Today, we're putting one statement belt to the test. 4 looks, 4 lanes, one belt doing all the work. Hey girl, it's Nisha so Gaudy, your edgy, funky, and a bit extra fashion best friend. This is a Fashion IRL episode, so we know by now that that means it's segmented. And tonight we're tackling one statement belt, but we're gonna style it 4 different ways. We're gonna style it for the main event, Gaudy Luxe, Edgy Chic, and Straight Street. Yes. Then we're gonna hop into Worn in a While, which is basically the story behind the outfits that I've worn over this past week. And then we're gonna end with Nisha's nightcap. And we're gonna tackle some stereotypes that I've been hearing going around. Like if you don't thrift, that means you don't know how to dress. Or if you rely on two-piece sets, that means you can't dress. But before we get into all of that, let's go ahead and tackle this belt. All black base, keeping the look mysterious. Black leather belt, snatching and defining. Black and white accessories, cutting through the black. This is a look that I would wear for date night. I think it's a perfect date night look. It brings a little sexy, but then still cute, and ready to be seen and shown off. If you want to recreate this look, start with your statement belt. And of course, we know that your belt does not have to be exactly like mine. It can be corseted, stretchy, whatever you have on hand or whatever your vibe and flavor is. Grab your belt. And then because the look is mainly black, adding some variety within the textures always makes the look more styled. So I chose to go sheer. You could do satin or even furry, just whatever your whatever texture you want to play with. Your pants do not have to flare at the bottom. They can be straight leg. It can be a skirt. Just use this look as an inspiration. Start there, and then play with the pieces you have on hand. At the end of the day, I feel like this look is giving waist snatched, authority intact. Black fur coat, canvas elevation, statement peplum belt, sculpting the silhouette, combat and rhinestones, appropriately juxtaposed. Where I will wear this. I will wear this shopping. Yes, shopping. It's elevated, but it has all the correct elements of, in my opinion, a shopping outfit. So if it's cold outside, you gotta wear a coat. So that's where the coat comes from. But this is just a one piece, and I like to wear one pieces when I go shopping because I don't have to take my clothes off. I can just try on things over the one piece. So go in the dressing room. All I would have to do is take this belt off and this the coat. Um, and then I have on comfortable shoes, and this is actually a crossbody. So perfect shopping outfit in my mind. We want to be cute shopping. If you want to recreate a similar look, just remember, like, grab your basic pieces because these are basically moon boots and not the brand of the moon boots. But I call these type of boots moon boots because I've been calling these kind of boots moon boots since I was a kid. That's what we call them. So moon boots, and a one piece base layer. And you don't have to do one piece. Of course, you could do a black turtleneck and leggings, but whatever simple base you want to use. And then that same belt, this time I chose to tie mine around this way. I guess just to give something visually to look at with the button details and then the little silver here. I just decided to leave it this way. And actually, from when I bought this belt, and I got this belt from Etsy, and I'll go ahead and link it in the description in case you're interested in this specific belt. But on all the models, they had the belt this way. But I knew that when I bought this belt, I was gonna wear it for the most part the other way. Turn around, I wanted this in the back. Um, yeah, but then like I it looks elevated and dressed up because rhinestones have a tendency to do that. But it's really a basic look. So I feel like overall this look is giving rhinestones, but make it a bit dangerous. Flowy red base, romantic interruption, stark leather belt, bringing in the structure, knee-high boots, grabs in the look with edge. This is a look that I will wear to a dinner, some kind of fancy spring dinner. I think this look will be very fitting. He has the bright colors, and it's giving a mix between daytime and nighttime. I think the structure in the belt and then the black brings in the after five effect, and then the dress is like daytime. So you get a nice mix between the two. So dinner, early dinner. If you want to copy or emulate this look, just grab a flirty spring dress. It will do. I think what brings the drama or makes the outfit is the contrast between the flirty and the flowy with the structure from the belt and the dark color from the belt along with the knee high boots. So and then you would also go ahead and pair a small bag and tighten the look up with your accessories. And there you have it. Overall, I feel like this look is giving romantic restraint with boundaries. Cream base, clean and elevated. Black peplum belt, surprise and plot twist. Forms on the ground, intentionally architected. This is the perfect look to run errands in. It's comfortable, but it's also cute, in my opinion. All right. So if you want to duplicate this look, take your favorite hooded jogging suit, and then mine just happens to be cropped. But if yours is not, you can like tie it in the back or um blouse it up underneath your bra, and then attach your corset, peplum belt, whatever kind of belt you're gonna use, and then you know, juxtapose the accessories. I went with a stark contrast and color, just for a pop. So you could do the same as well. Overall, I feel like this look is given hoodie and hood wear with a fashion hierarchy. Mhm. I really wish they had cleaned the mirrors in these bathrooms at work. But anyway, um, it was Monday and I wanted to be comfortable, so joggers it was. And I really like the way this look came out. I will wear it again, and so I'm gonna give this look here a repeat offender. I really love how this look came together. Don't particularly care for the biker jacket with it, although it'll do. But I really love that I broke up the suit jacket on this look, and I even love it with the hat. So this look right here is gonna get a Gaudy approved. So piggybacking off the look from Tuesday, I wanted to really bring it on this day. So I feel like I burned the heat. I really enjoy this look as well. As you can see, I'm having a bad hair week. And so I'm wearing hats throughout the week. But I love this look as well. And I do love it with this coat. And this look is gonna get another Gaudy approved. I like this look as well, but what I didn't like so much is that my pants are hemmed, and so I just had them tucked inside my socks, and they kept coming out, and the thread kept hanging, and I didn't like that. So I will wear this look again once they're hemmed, and so for that reason, this look gets an edit. So I wanted to wear these boots before the winter is all the way over. And I really like the way this entire outfit came together. I love the colors, the fit, just everything. And so I'm gonna get this look a Gaudy approved. hmm Hey girl. Welcome back to Nisha's Nightcap where the outfits are done, but the conversation is just getting good. So, tonight I'm wearing a pajama. I was gonna call it a set, but it is not a set. A pajama top that I got from Shein. And when I bought it, I assumed it was a set because that's how it was pictured. I done told you all before that I do not read really when I'm buying things. And so I didn't know I was just getting the top. So when I got the top, I'm like, where are the pants? That's when I went back on the site and read that I was just getting the top. And the bottoms were sold out. So I ended up having to match up this top with um these pants here. And they both Frida Kalu. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I think they match because they are the same brand, same name, and then if you can tell here it says Frida Kalu in the same print that it does on the side of the pants. And I say all that because our first topic is matching sets. And I mentioned previously that, it's a saying, and I don't know if you heard it or not, but people are saying like the girls that can't dress rely on matching sets. Um and I just feel like who cares, first of all, but I guess it kind of just bothers me because people always want to label things that they don't understand or they don't do or they don't care for. And I do feel like if you relying on the set, then you probably aren't styling yourself. And if your goal is to style yourself, then you don't just put on the set. You actually, roll up the sleeves, put on a base layer, um, you know, add accessories. You style it. You're gonna want to be more intentional. I also think that I like sets personally. I think they also give your wardrobe range because you can wear, of course, together, but you can also separate them and wear each piece separately. And I love that. For that's one reason I gravitate towards sets. Not that that's all I wear, but that's a selling ticket, or it's just the extra oomph or whatever. When buying a set, you know that you can always break it apart. And then it also allows you to get more cost per wear as well. And then, yeah, so I just feel like sets have their place. And they're easy. You can just pull it and go. Throw on some earrings, lip gloss. I love a look where you can just be out the door real quick. They are easy, and there's nothing wrong with easy styling. Um, but anyway, how do you feel about matching sets? Do you um like them for their ease of wear, or do you feel like they take away a person's ability to showcase their personal style? What you think about them? Um, That also brings me to another topic that I've been hearing a lot about on social media, and that's that the girls that can really dress are thrift girls. And first of all, I feel the same way I feel about the matching sets topic. Like, it's not a one size fits all. I think some people that thrift a lot are great dressers. I also think that some people that thrift a lot are not so great dressers. And some people that buy high end fashion are not great dressers either. And a lot of them are, or whatever. It's just, I think it's really personal taste. And a lot of times people label what they don't understand or what they don't care for and say that it's not good. And I don't care for that. What I do enjoy about seeing other people dress is the differences, the variety. I like I like especially looking at, say for example, really outrageous maximalists. I just like looking at it. I don't have to want to wear it on myself in order to be able to appreciate it. And I think a lot of people don't feel that same way. But as far as thrifting, um, personally, it's not my favorite. And I think I've mentioned this on the show probably a while back. But a lot of times when I go in the thrift stores, I feel, I don't know if overwhelmed is the right word, but I just feel like they are dirty. And I don't really care for that. When I'm buying things that I'm gonna put on my body, I don't want to feel like I'm walking into somewhere to get those things that is not clean. And then also sometimes when I've gone in thrift stores, there's a smell. Um, and I don't enjoy that either. And then they have a tendency to look chaotic. Um, I don't always enjoy the thrill of the hunt. I don't Most of the time I don't enjoy that portion of that type of shopping. A lot of times that's why um I'll avoid, if I'm not in the mood, I'll avoid stores like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Burlington, because you do really have to hunt and dig through racks after rack. Now if I'm in the mood, then I, have fun. And sometimes I do enjoy thrifting. It's just not like a hobby of mine. It's not a go-to. Is occasionally, maybe, and it just depends from year to year. I don't want to put a number of times a year because it just varies. But yeah, I don't always feel like hunting through the clothing. And then one thing that has really gotten on my nerves about thrifting lately is the prices. When I first started thrifting, I was like in my early 20s, and I didn't mind it so much because you could really get good deals, especially on like sale days. You could get things for like 50 cents or $1. And I do think that's how things that are used should be priced. I feel like used clothing, I do think, especially things that are not weren't high end to begin with. Why are you pricing them so high? And I understand like the demand, but then again I don't understand it. Um yeah, I don't like, I'm not paying a lot of money for used clothing. But this is just my personal opinion. So what I do prefer, because it doesn't mean that I don't like um used pieces, but I do prefer like online resellers, people that have already curated, gone to the thrift store, cleaned the items, and found the best pieces. And I pay a bit more for that convenience because a lot of times the pieces are unique. You're not gonna find them in the store, and so I don't mind. I prefer that. I prefer my vintage to be curated as well. Now, if it's like a small consignment shop, I do I do like those types of places. But again, those pieces have been curated. And then of course I like heirlooms. I have a lot of heirlooms. Um and then I don't mind hand me downs either. I don't get too much hand me downs. Well, hell, I don't get too much heirlooms. I mean, it's only so many times people gonna leave you their things because they only pass away once. But I'll take a good hand me down, and I pass down things as well. Um, but thrifting, I wouldn't consider myself to be a thrift girly, but I also consider myself to be a person that dresses nicely. So I don't think it's a if and you gotta be a thrifter in order to be well dressed. That's just my preference. That's just my opinion. Now I do believe a lot of, not all, but I do believe a lot of thrifters have show a lot of personality in the way they dress. And they dress very unique, and they don't look cookie cutter. So yeah, I do agree with that portion. But do you prefer the thrill of the hunt, or do you feel a bit like me when it comes to thrifting? Let me know. But overall, I feel like style is improving by digging through thrift bins or avoiding matching sets. Is proven by how you put the looks together. So, all right, fashion best friends. That's our sip for tonight. So whether you're defining your silhouette with a bold belt or digging through discounted racks, bins, and boxes for the love of it, or matching up two-piece sets as a go-to uniform, make sure that you do it with intentions and always stay true to who you are. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you stayed this long. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, or at least give your girl a like, or even hype me up if you can. And don't forget to watch my next episode, which I'll be airing on Wednesday, and it's gonna be an episode of Style Dare. So Wednesday nights are my game nights, and then Sunday nights are Fashion IRL, which are my segmented episodes. And as always, signing off. Love you. Bye.